Chloe is invested in learning and healing. Although she began in our human trafficking survivor program, she is now focused on her physical health condition, diabetes. This is part of our integrated behavioral health program at Vista Maria, where our team of psychiatrists, physicians, therapists, and social workers work together to wrap around and provide whole person healing. Our outcomes are achieved today for Chloe, and here's her story.
I met Chloe in about the middle of October of 2019, and I could tell right away Chloe was so much fun, and she loved just to hang out and she loved to play games.
Oh. Before I came to Vista, I had found out I was diabetic 3 years ago now, but I didn't want to accept it. I just really thought it was a joke. Once I did come to Vista, it was kind of like an eye-opening experience. Like, if you don't start taking care of yourself, you could lose your arm, your leg, you could even die from it.
Working with Chloe, I've seen her transform. So when she had first came to DeRoy in October, she was still battling with her diabetic diagnosis, and she was kind of still working on being able to identify everything that kind of comes with being a diabetic.
I learned that, like, I'm gonna live with it and I'm gonna deal with it, and it's just gonna be part of life, like growing old. It's gonna be like that. You're gonna have to live with it whether you like it or not.
She did a lot of work on herself, and she learned a lot of things through the nurses at Vista Maria, and so she was able to kind of identify what it takes to be a diabetic and all of how that looks. And I've also seen her family transform.
The people who definitely helped me were the supervisors, Nurse T and Nurse D, because if I needed something, I could just tell the nurse, like, hey, can you help me out with this and this? And they would. So I definitely have to give them credit for that. They just like pushed me to the point where I was like, hey, I can do this myself. So that's when I was like, oh, this is easy.
So I think the way that Vista Maria is able to come through a family aspect is because we are trauma informed, and us taking that approach, you know, we realize that all of the behaviors that the girl have is a lot of times because they've had to learn to survive in bad environments. And so the girls maybe, you know, they lied or they manipulated, but they had to do those things in order to survive. So I think us coming from the aspect of these are things that they picked up on because of where they've came from has allowed us to be more family, because we realize it's not just this, you know, you do something and then something bad happens in return.
First of all, family doesn't end in blood to me. Like, you can be my friend, but you're gonna be my family. Like, if you've been there for me through thick and thin, you're my family. Like, that's it. You're not just a friend. But definitely family means, like, I can trust you, you can trust me. If I need you at 3 in the morning, you'll wake up and answer the call at 3 in the morning. And definitely the staff here have done that.
It's been such an amazing honor to see her transform from the first time I met her in October to where she is now.
Today, Chloe is reunified with her father, and she dreams of finishing high school and getting a driver's license. These are things that common teenage girls dream about. However, Vista Maria has had to focus on COVID relief funding this year. Your dollars today can help us shift that focus back to programming for girls like Chloe and others. Give today.